Welcome back to Americana Outdoors. Now, every year there are fewer young hunters venturing into the field to enjoy the hunting tradition. This week, we'll introduce you to a special competition that's been going strong for well over 40 years. The Daisy BB Gun Shooting Competition is the focus on this week's Hunter's Handbook.
Hunter's Handbook TV today is in Rogers, Arkansas at the Daisy 45th Annual National BB Gun Competition. The Daisy Nationals is the oldest and largest national 5-meter BB gun match, attracting 43 teams from all over the United States. As teams arrive and prepare for the match, we'll drop in on some of the coaches and athletes as they familiarize themselves with the range and set up their equipment at their assigned firing point. I'm with Charles Pardue from Cookeville, Tennessee. Charles has been doing this for many years. What does it mean for a team to get to the Daisy Nationals, Charles?
Well, it's more of a responsibility to represent the state. The kids are all excited and have a wonderful time while they're here.
That's great, and I'm sure they are having a good time competing. It's a challenge.
Well, we have a couple of higher scores than they've ever shot before, and their kids are all excited about it.
Well, we wish you the best, Charles.
Thank you very much.
The match program includes 2 days of practice so that teams can familiarize themselves with the facility and prepare for the competition. Coaches supervise shooters one-on-one and single load a BB into the muzzle so that the shooter doesn't have to break stance between shots. Body position, trigger control, relaxation, and breathing techniques can affect proper sight picture and make the difference between a gold medal performance and a disappointing score. Ken, I know shooting safety is paramount for these athletes to learn, but what other techniques do they learn during this process of participating and competing?
Yeah, you're right, safety is a big part of it, but they've got a breath control technique, all of it, the follow through, health, you want them to be healthy so they can make it to all the practices and, be there when you need them.
So these shooters practice just like you would any other sport?
That's correct. You can't just come out there and shoot the day of the event.
How often do y'all practice at home?
A couple times a week, usually a few hours a night. So, wait for the sun to get down, everybody to get off work, and we can get out there and get a good practice in.
At the opening ceremonies, teams enter the arena accompanied by their coaches. Ray Hobbs, Daisy's president and CEO, takes great pride in addressing the athletes, coaches, and parents and welcoming them to Daisy's hometown. A special guest speaker at the opening ceremonies this year was Nancy Johnson, who won a gold in air gun competition in the Olympics in 2000, USA's first gold in the Sydney Games.
It all starts here is one of Daisy's slogans, and I'm sure many of us in the older crowd that started shooting at a young age can say we got our start with a Daisy. It's great to see so many young people here getting their start with a Daisy as well. There doesn't have to be a gold medal or a medal of any kind in order for you to be successful. It can be enough to love what you do. It can be enough to enjoy something so much, but not necessarily be the best at it. There is much more benefit in learning the value of hard work rather than seeing only the possibility of a victory, a win, a first place finish.
These teams represent the best of the best. The Daisy National Match is the culmination of a lot of hard work on the part of these young athletes, their parents, and dedicated coaches. Teams at this prestigious match have qualified by placing first, second, or third place in a sanctioned state match.
A BB gun or air rifle is not a toy and must always be treated with the same respect and caution you would in handling any gun.
For us, shooting is a tool to teach these young people self-control, the discipline that goes in with it, concentration skills, teamwork, safety, environmental ethics, and a great opportunity for enjoyment and a fun time for the kids. We involve our parents heavily with our youngsters, so it's a family sport, a family time. At any time they're shooting, the parents are online with them, so it's a great opportunity for a youngster and a child and their parent to have something to share. At least it was for me when my shooters were shooting.
These athletes shoot Daisy's muzzle-loading single-shot Model 499 Avanti Champion from a distance of 5 meters. There are 4 separate segments to the match, one for each of the 4 shooting positions. Each team member will shoot 10 competitive shots in each of the 4 shooting positions. the prone, standing, sitting, and kneeling position. I'm with Robbie Jones. He's from the Georgia shooting team. Now, Robbie, what's your most difficult position?
Probably standing.
How do you score in standing with, let's say, sitting or prone?
For comparison, I'm usually mid-90s and sitting and prone. I'm usually mid to low 80s in standing.
That's still very good, Robbie. And you have to understand, too, the 10 ring is about the size of the BB. In addition to the shooting competition, there is a written test which covers classroom curriculum on gun safety and handling. A portion of each athlete's and a portion of each team's score depends on how well they do in the written safety test. 5-meter match competition shooting is both an individual and a team sport. These young people not only learn gun safety and marksmanship skills, but they learn other important character traits. Now, Diane, you're a shooting mom. What do the kids get out of this?
Oh, they love the sport, and it teaches them respect and obedience to the sport, and they can use it in everyday life.
So when the kids get home after this great match, they're still going to be respectful and...
You know, we hope as parents it lasts their entire life. It's a good way to discipline the kids, and hopefully they keep it with them.
That's wonderful. Thank you. These young athletes travel to Rogers, Arkansas from all over the country. They bring items from their home state to trade with each other at the Barter Bar, a fun highlight of the 4-day match. The 4-day event requires a lot of discipline and hard work, but there is some time set aside for fun. There's a tour of the Daisy plant to watch air guns being built, and time to tour the Daisy Museum and see some amazing antique air guns, as well as some very special limited edition guns. At the awards ceremony, gold, silver, and bronze medals are awarded to the individual athletes with the top scores in each of the 4 shooting positions. Teams with top total scores in each position are also recognized, and the 3 teams with the highest total scores are awarded team medals. The bronze medal team is Penns Valley Shooting Team from Spring Mills, Pennsylvania. The silver team medal went to the Washington, Missouri Shooting Team, Washington, Missouri. And this year's gold medal went to the Marshall County 4-H sharpshooters from Britton, South Dakota, an all-girl team. And the #1 overall individual shooter went to Lydia Patterson with the Wyandotte County 4-H Shooting Sports, Kansas City, Kansas. This year's Daisy National BB Gun Championship match is over, but the process will soon start all over again. All across the country, there are dedicated coaches ready to build their team for next year's match. If you're interested in finding a 5-meter BB gun program in your area, competing at the state level, and maybe even qualifying to shoot at the Daisy Nationals next year, contact Daisy at 1-800-713-2479.